We are Karen's Cat Community, a small non-profit mother and daughter rescue team in the heart of Wales. And this video is about one of our long-term rescue cats, Jess. She's been with us for 5 months, and this video includes her rescue story.
So today we had a really busy day. We had a home check for Tammy, which turned out to be successful. We took my grandson with us because it's the only time I see him. After lunch we headed back home because we had a visit for Lola. And we also had a man dropping off 3 cats. Grandson decided it was all a bit much for him. These are the landlords dropping off the cats. The tenants were evicted. That's all we can say about that. They had 16 cats that the RSPCA dealt with, but unfortunately they all left these 3 still in the property and we can't figure out why.
But this old one here, there's a tabby. Now I put some food in the bedroom and she just went in. She was just sat on the sun in the window.
So why I don't get why they left 3? Why did they leave 3?
Well, you know what
Again, everyone has different experiences with bigger rescues, but these 2 didn't have a very good experience with the RSPCA. I just want to add, this landlord and his wife had the cat's interests at heart all the way through it, bless them, stepping in to feed the last remaining cats when they were abandoned. Very skinny. Oh, you're very skinny. I know, that's not, can you not?
They're friendly.
We think this one here is a female. She couldn't keep still for long enough. She's very bony, but the other 2 seem well fed, so I'm a little bit worried about this one here. Hungry, look, somebody went off and left him in a house all on her own, that's all. Yeah. Yeah. It's naughty. Do you think that's nasty?
It's not nasty.
It's not nice to do that to cats, is it?
Axel, hang on a minute, please, dude.
You are having a laugh, aren't you? If I have to get up here to get... This beautiful calico is another female. She's actually quite a big cat, but quite timid.
It's so sad.
So were they that bad?
Well, they've been sort of fed occasionally, but they live at that ginger one is really friendly.
So why I don't get why they left 3.
They're not cooperating with us, so we don't know nothing.
Well, you know they've been evicted, and
So
it's been a real weird time. This is since before Christmas.
Oh, I would have it last. Cat food.
I'm not happy. You've turned yourself round, haven't you?
Yeah, he's bummed. He's coming.
Okay, sweetie, out you go. Go on then. Hang on, sweetie, I know. I know it's not good for you.
What?
I don't know. Don't you know cat flavour, honey? No?
Sneezing.
Right. How has he got cat flu? He's been in a... Oh god, they are big, aren't they?
Yeah, they're cats.
What's they feeding him on? Yeah, I literally can't see.
Let me look at your bum.
To be easier to feel.
I think it's a boy. No, girl.
Is that another ginger girl? Okay, please don't rub against me. I really can't really afford to keep washing my hands. You're very skinny. Oh, you're very skinny. I know, that's not... Can you not?
They're
Please
friendly.
don't come out yet.
Girl.
She's a girl, but she's very... oh, okay, I'll wash my hands.
Jess. Hey, baby. You okay? Your breathing's still bad. Oh, baby, yeah. So Jess is out here because she's got a pretty nasty cold, but because it hasn't gone through antibiotics, we're thinking it's linked to her cracked tooth. But this is how much she actually sneezes. It's all just snot. But yeah, she's going to have her tooth fixed, and I'm guessing the two are linked, and they're going to give her nose a flush for her as well. so then she can come in after. Yeah, come in.
Hi everyone, just a quick update on the 3 cats that were abandoned in rented accommodation in Merthyr Tydfil. We know the ginger one is called Jess because she's chipped, but they didn't keep her chip details up to date. Jess is really friendly, but she's really feeling the effects of the virus tonight. A lot of cats in this area, including Sylvester and the grey kittens from John's, have been coming in with different viruses. Zoe has got a broken tooth and needs a dental, and so has Jess. Because its canines being removed, it could cost us anything up to £600 for both. This is Jess. Now, she was chipped, but as usual the chipping details are not up to date. Currently she's been spayed and she's around 6 years old. Pepper and Zoe were vaccinated today. Jess is still on antibiotics because she's really snotty still, but they're all FIV, FELV negative, so that's good. Hi everyone, this is Jess. Jess is one of 3 cats that came in from Merthyr Tydfil. She was abandoned in a property when her owners were evicted. The RSPCA were called and dealt with 13 of the 16 cats, but for some reason they didn't take Jess, Zoe or Pepper. They had been on their own since Christmas, with the landlord trying his best to get in and feed them when he could. The landlord contacted us and was desperate for us to take them. Pepper is doing really well and is inside. She's had her first vaccinations. Zoe has had her first vaccinations, but she needs a dental. And poor old Jess is still out in the garage, and it absolutely breaks my heart because she's the friendliest one out of the 3. Hi everyone, I just wanted to do an update on Jess. Jess is one of 3 cats who were abandoned when their owners were evicted from a rented property in Merthyr Tydfil. The other 2, Zoe and Pepper, are doing well and they're in the house, but Jess can't come in. As you can see, her nose is really bad still. She's been on antibiotics for a long while and they're not doing anything at all. Jess does come out into the garage for exercise, but as you can see, Lauren and her dad are converting the space into a sanctuary, so cats like Jess wouldn't have to go in cages. She's still managing to eat, but as you can see, her fur is really poorly and she's quite thin. She's on bisolven and probiotics, and she's been blood tested for FELV, FIV, and she's negative. This is Jess having one of her sneezing fits. Something to do with her nose or her teeth or combined is really bothering her. She was booked in next Friday for a dental and nose flush, and just for them to have a really good look at what's going on, but I've moved that forward to Monday because I'm so concerned about her. Morning everyone, it's Jess's big day today. She goes in for her dental and to find out why she keeps having sneezing fits, getting the green discharge and scratching at her face. You'd expect with cats that need a dental to be pawing at their mouth probably, but Jess is definitely scratching both sides of her face. She's been on various courses of antibiotics, but they're not touching it. We thought at first it could be a virus. She's booked in for extractions and for her teeth to be cleaned, and they're going to be looking closely for any blockages in her nasal cavity. She's also booked in for x-rays. I'm really hoping it's nothing more sinister for this girl. She's absolutely beautiful. Her gums are a bit pale, so she's having full bloods, so it could work out to be quite costly. Hi everyone, Jess is back from her dental, and as you can see, she's really pleased to be back. She's head bumping my phone. She's been moved into the room next to me so I can keep an eye on her, and she's finally out that garage. I'm so pleased. She's had her teeth cleaned and both of her canines removed. They were in pretty bad condition and would have been causing her quite a lot of pain. She was so hungry, she's got some of her bisolven on her head. It looks like she's acquired a bad habit. The roots were quite deep, so she's on the same pain medication, etc. as Pansy was on. She has had an x-ray. Nothing really showed up in her nose, but she did have her nose flushed through until the green gunk ran clear. But it really is early days to see if it was the teeth that were affecting her nose. Hi guys, this is Jess. Jess came in to us with Pepper and Zoe 4 months ago now. And she basically lives her life in one of our bathrooms due to bacterial infections. This is the results of the first swab that we took, and you'll see the 4 things that were actually present. If you compare it to the latest swab, you'll see that the first lot of antibiotics, well, she's been on 2 lots actually, did clear most of it, but she's still left with E. coli. And this is what we walk into every day. And yesterday on a live, we promised to give this girl a good old clean before we started her on these new antibiotics. These ones are kind of like the big guns. They hold them back for when nothing else works, because it's our last resort. We gave her a bath because she was covered in her own snot again, bless her. We bleached all her room down with a light bleach solution, obviously taking Jess out of the bathroom while we did it. Pepper and Zoe weren't affected, yet she lived with these cats for months, years even, until she was abandoned in a property in Merthyr Tydfil with them. The RSPCA went out to get 13 of 16 cats that were abandoned, and unfortunately these 3 were the 3 that were left. Don't ask me why, I have no clue. Hi guys, we finally got an update on Jess. If you're new to the account, Jess was found in a property with 15 other cats when her owners were evicted. The RSPCA were called out and collected 13 of the cats, and we're not sure why 3 got left behind. Jess did have a chip, so we knew her name. The other 2 cats we named Pepper and Zoe. They all had really bad teeth, so they all had dentals when they were with us. The difference is Jess also had symptoms of cat flu. We treated her like any other cat with cat flu. She was put on antibiotics to clear any secondary infections. She's been put on different antibiotics, steroids. She's had swabs taken, which has resulted in her staying with us and living in our bathroom while Zoe and Pepper went off to find their perfect home. We reached out to Bigger Rescues and one threw us a lifeline. As usual, Powys Animal Welfare stepped forward to help us, and they funded a second opinion at their vets. Poor little Jess even snotted all over herself in the bloody cage, look. She is one of the sweetest cats ever, and she just doesn't deserve to live like this, so we were determined to find the cause. And it wasn't long before the new vet found one. Jess has a hole in her soft palate. How was this missed? The vet told us it's not something that they can deal with, and she kind of explained it like a cleft palate in a kid. So I went on to do research. And I found this cat that went through very similar. This ruled out cleft palate, but it did highlight this. Oronasal fistula. And these are the symptoms, exactly what Jess has got. And these are the causes, and they're really interesting if you look, because they point out foreign body. Fair play to our vet, they said that. But it does also mention improper tooth extraction. Jess had her canines removed. Now, I'm not blaming anyone, but I will be going back to our vet. And I will be asking why the hole was missed at various checkups that Jess had. The good thing is there is a treatment. Jess can have surgery. The bad thing is I don't know what it's going to cost. And I can't help thinking, could this have been prevented?
And this is Jess today. It shows just how loving and affectionate she really is and how desperate we are to fix her situation. We've started a Just Giving page, which will be included in the bio. We've recently gone viral on one of our Facebook posts, so we're just hoping that Jess will go viral as well, just so we can help her and get her back to the life she really deserves.